I'll be starting in a few minutes. Just waiting for people to come in. And we'll start off this presentation with these RCs that are in front of me. Anyway, welcome to all you YouTubers out there that are checking stuff out right now. What's up? This is GeoSelf R1, and I'm coming to you live from Willis Hobbies. Willis Hobbies, which is located at 300 Willis Avenue, Mineola, New York, 11501. So special thanks to them for helping me out do a presentation on all of the Vortex. Booty Warrior, what's up? RC King, what's up? Lewis LPRCs, what's going on? Anyway, am I coming in clear? Are you guys hearing me correctly? Is everything good? No response. Jesse Haggerty, what's going on? Jarrett Mariski, everything's good. All right. So Ace Super Sport clear. Thank you very much, Ace. So I'm just gonna wait for a few more people to jump in and start off this video, and we'll talk about the Vortex. Let me see. Turf Bio, yep, loud and clear. Tricky Ricky, what's going on? Anyway, so we'll start off this video real quick, and I'll just talk about Randy Thomas, what's going on? Yeah, well, just to give you guys a heads up, you guys know that, during the summer times, I do not really do RC videos. I'm usually motorcycle riding, but I have been doing a lot of RC things, and I have been collecting a lot of parts for you guys to check out a few things. If you guys are wondering which RC, Tap Money, what's going on? Warhawk Legend 69, what's going on, my man? So you guys are wondering what I've been doing lately and what's been initially transpiring. I still have been doing a lot of RCs, but I haven't been doing any RC videos as of this point. So my whole premise for doing this RC video was I had to wait for a few things to come out before I initially made my decision of what type of Vortex I was going to get. Now, Matthew, what's going on? Matthew Gurley. Gurley? I say Gurley. So initially I did a video a while back ago with the Ford GT, and primarily what I knew was I'm going to be customizing this RC as I do every one of my RCs, but I knew there was a few other RCs that were going to come out that you don't pronounce the E. All right, TRAXXAS. Oh wait, Matthew Girl. All right, and let me see. What was this message? Want to check out this website? Just say they're illegal. Why don't you name my RCs? Almost all my RCs are named. If you're able to check out my YouTube channel, almost every one of my RCs are named. My XL1 is named. That's Breakneck. My Rally is E-Brake. My E-Revo is called Ripsaw. So let me come across and just give you a little bit more information on the Vortex. So when TRAXXAS released the what's up, bro? Kyosho Mini Z, do you still race? Racing season will be coming up very soon, so the Mini Zs will be doing that very, very soon. So so when the GT came out, it was a totally new platform. They utilized a lot of what was done with yes, Stan Pinky as well. They utilized a lot of the stuff that was initially done with the Slash LCG, but just conformed it into a pretty good scale 1/10 RC on-road car. So initially I was going to buy the Ford GT, but I found out there were a few other things that were happening amongst TRAXXAS, that they were going to come out with a Mustang GT, and also which was kind of a surprise to me that they ended up coming out with the Vortex VXL. Not a surprise, but they came out with one that does not have a body, which it gives you the option to go to different companies and utilize different types of bodies for that. So when the Mustang GT came out, I had to see the differences between the Ford GT and the Mustang GT. And there's a few differences that, you know, that don't really jump out at you, and I'll tell you the differences with the Ford Tech 2.0 VXL as well. So as you can see, the Ford GT has a lot more bells and whistles than the Ford Mustang GT. Both of them are a brushed system, but the Ford GT does have the TQI system, which the Mustang does not. And also, not only that, but they also changed up a few other things, that it does not have a TSM. I'm not too sure if the servos are the same, but the body scale is different. Now, with the Ford GT body, it's only one Lexane body that you have to just either paint or whatever when they come out. But that Ford GT body comes in like 3 components. So it's definitely conceptually a better body, but it does cost a lot more on a price point that, you know, a lot of people can't, you know, look at. So that being said, you're coming across and looking at the Ford GT, the Ford Mustang body is much lower than the Ford GT body, but the cool thing is that it brings a lot more people into the hobby, because I know a lot of people have bought the Ford Mustang GT because it was a Mustang GT, and you have a lot of people who are very nostalgic with that body itself, regardless of how they are upgrading it and what is coming with there. So now that I explained the two ready-to-run RCs, I will talk about the Ford Tech VXL brushless system. Now, if you guys are wondering which RC I'm going to be going with, I'm most likely going to buy the VXL system as of today. A few reasons. One, it's brushless. 2, it does come with a few upgraded parts. Let me see. Do you like the new price of the brushless e-Revo? I didn't even know the e-Revo went that low. I'll be honest with you. The main reason why I'm going with the Ford Tech all-wheel drive chassis without the body, I do like to customize my own bodies, so that was a plus for me. That brings that down on a price point for me on having that RC. Also, there are a lot more aluminum parts on this RC rather than you have on the GT and the Mustang. And also, from what I understand, the tires are rated for higher speeds on the VXL edition of that. Also, the cool thing about this is that it does come with a few additive pieces that the GT doesn't have, which this is something that I was very interested in. If you can look closely, it comes with toe links, which is a cool part. And like I said, it does come with a few aluminum features. I believe they're using the 2075 servo, and I think that's pretty much it. But I've seen a lot of guys utilize a lot of different bodies. I've seen a guy with a Lamborghini body. I forgot the name of his YouTube. I wish I knew his YouTube channel, because I believe he put a red Lamborghini body, which I thought, well, that was pretty awesome. But you're able to utilize a lot of different bodies for that. And as you guys want me to know, I don't like to go with the norm, so me customizing something like that would be, you know, something that would be beneficial to me. A lot of people want the ready-to-run bodies, which is definitely a cool feature. I believe this one both of them come with a variable amount of colors, which you can do that. But I'm gonna make sure. Gio, is the Ford GT body sold separately? Yes, they do have it sold separately, and also the Mustang GT body they do sell separately as of this point, because TRAXXAS did come out with the VXL chassis edition, so they want you to utilize their bodies. They are clear, so you're able to paint them, and also they are pre-painted as well. So let me see. Yeah, I can't believe the e-Revo went that low. I'll speak to these guys about that. I'm kind of surprised. I spent a lot of money on my e-Revo. So here's your opportunity. If you guys have any questions about these RCs, do you think I should do an unboxing video with the Ford Tech 2.0 all-wheel drive chassis edition, the VXL? What do you think about the e-Revo? I own it, and it's cost me an arm and a leg. I think it's an excellent RC. Once you start upgrading parts on the e-Revo, stuff starts breaking. Once it's on 6S, you do have issues with the diff, but you can upgrade the drivetrain on the system. If you are going to go with drive shafts, go with MIP. If you are going to put bigger wheels on them, I would say if you're going to put bigger wheels on them, you're going to have to change out, you're going to have to strengthen a lot of the drivetrain on there, and also the diffs. Spiral diffs recommended on there. And if you are going to go with like a Proline wheel, I mean, some of the Proline wheels are pretty cool on there, but it does do a lot of stress on the chassis itself, and also the drivetrain as well. Okay, any other questions? So if you guys ever watched my older videos on the e-Revo, I ended up purchasing these tracks for the e-Revo itself. They were made by Integy, and they cost me, I think, with everything installed, it was like $800, and I never got any good use out of it. So it was kind of like a $800 lesson of what not to buy. Take it home with me? Which one should I take? I'm thinking about taking home with me right now. Now, should I do an unboxing video? Once I get to the house, I'll be able to do an unboxing video of the Fortec. I was hoping that they had a body over here, but they don't have the bodies here yet. I believe they come in tomorrow. So I was hoping something would happen. Oh, Armor Outcast? What the hell is that? Oh. Interesting. Stunt truck, they call it. Huh. That's interesting. Okay, upper right, I got it. Yeah, so that's primarily what, you know, back on the subject of the Fortex. So I'm not too sure exactly what I'm going to be doing with the project. I know there's a lot of things in the works where there are guys that are already doing 120 miles an hour with their Fortex, but they're squeezing in a huge amount of, you know, like full to capacity between the ESC, the motor that they're installing there, and they're most likely running the 8S system on there. I think I saw one guy utilize, but the problem is that when I see videos like that, they're utilizing different types of chassis that technically don't make it a Fortec. So I would like somebody to utilize a Ford GT body and break 100 miles an hour, and technically speaking, that is a Fortec. You know, if you're utilizing different companies that give you a much better downforce but doesn't look scale, to me it's just not there. You know, like I've seen guys who have had rustlers and throw in the 1/8 scale bodies. Technically speaking, you don't have a rustler, you have a slash extended. You know, so that's primarily it. Let me see. Yeah, they moved the barriers. Okay, lowered. New price for e-Revo. I have no idea. Yeah, no, it's that's what it says. Wow, everything went dropped. Amazing. I didn't even notice. So that's primarily what you're looking at. Now, here's a few questions. One guy said to me just recently if I name any one of my RCs. I name every one of my RCs. The three that are not named yet, 4, is my Axial Yeti XL. I have never named that RC. My X-Max, that has not been named. My M41, that has not been named. And I think I have another one that hasn't been named yet. But when I do get this one, I'll do a little contest, you know, see somebody naming this car. And if you win, I'll give you a t-shirt. So hopefully that works out. Let me see. Ace Supersport says, I bought the Ford GT without the Valenian system because I don't want to have the same thing as everyone else. Our Drag Race Sports 1 and 2, and the fact that, see, that's another thing, you know. I mean, I like the VXL system. Don't get me wrong. I have nothing but castle creation systems at my house, but you know, I do like the VXL system and how it's set up and stuff like that. So once I start doing more and more upgrades, it does give you a lot more upgrades than it would give me if I bought the GT itself. Okay, Shy Shot Caller 27. I haven't watched your videos in over a year. I was thinking about the RC community yesterday, and boom, live video. What's going on, man? Well, glad you're able to do it. I haven't done live videos. I haven't done any videos in a couple of months. I threw 1 or 2 videos out there, just quick teaser videos. But I ended up coming across and, you know, stopped by the hobby shop. I'm at Willis Hobbies in New York, and decided, you know what? It's time for me to start picking this up. Let me see. Warhawk Legend says, Gio, I forget, did you ever get the ADAS system for your X-Max new motor KV? I decided not to get that motor because I'm able to pull in a lot more speed with the 1717 turn motor. If I got the 1275, it is a lot cooler on the system, but you know, I was able to do a backflip with the X-Max. So, you know, it is what it is. Why doesn't Tower Hobby sell TRAXXAS anymore? I have no idea. Let me see. I will buy another VXL to keep stock. Pull out some custom monsters to drag ship. All right, cool. Let me see. Chirac RC. You're the reason why I spent so much damn money. I'm sorry. Okay. Is it true that Arma is discontinuing the Nero 6? That I do not know. That I have no knowledgeability on, you know, on that aspect of it. So, should I get the TRX4? Well, here are a lot of things that I've heard about the TRX. There's a lot of people that have acquired the new TRAXXAS crawler. And the cool thing about it is there's been a lot of updates and upgrades that they've been utilizing on that RC itself. It sold very, very, very well, you know, on a crawler market that was pretty much dominated by Axial. So it sold very well. There was a lot of things that were excellent on the RC, and there are things that, you know, a lot of people are going to modify the minute they get it. But should you get it, if you're into crawling and if it's something that you like to do, definitely invest in something like that. It is very scale, and there's a lot of updated parts that are relatively available for that RC already. Okay, let's go back to a few of your Q&As. Yeah, you know what, Warhawk Legend, I agree with you. I wouldn't be surprised if TRAXXAS was doing that. Lewis up here said nope. Okay. Randy Thomas, hey Gio, reach or assist for me. BSR has some new wide foams similar to the Contacts. Well, BSR just came out with an officially licensed different kind of 1/8 scale tire foam. So we'll talk about that on another video. And also they do have the 4GT foams for the 4Tech as well. That I know about as well. TRAXXAS. See, Wick Splitter, here's the thing with Arma. Arma came in at an excellent time. They came in at a time where HPI was having issues with their manufacturing company, and when they came in, they took a lot of people by storm. Now, here's what I know about Arma. Arma is a very, very well-built RC. The 3 guys that I know that race with their Arma vehicles have nothing but excellent things to say about them. Me personally, I don't know if I would ever get an Arma vehicle. You know, there are other companies that would utilize before I would get Arma. You know, my whole thing is that one day I would want to get a low C5T. You know, so if there's ever another company that I'm going to go out there other than the 3 companies that I'm utilizing right now, which is TRAXXAS, which is Kyosho, and which is Axial, I would guess my next RC would most likely have to be that low C5T. That would be the next in my works, you know, as in a different company I'm going with. All right, so let me see. RC Addict, do you know if Helion is ever going to come out with upgrades for the Helion? That's last lineup. That I'm not too sure about. Adrian, saludos. Decir Reynosa, también por TRAXXAS, pero TRAXXAS. Sinceramente, yo no sé. RC King, well, I don't have any crawlers. I have a micro crawler. It would be my first trail truck. I would say for what you get on that new TRAXXAS TRX4, you have a whole bunch of servos. I've driven it. It's pretty stable, a little top heavy, but you know, there are already upgraded parts for it that people have been customizing that thing since it came out. So let me see, Warhawk Legend. I was thinking about getting a low C Truggy 4.0 and converting it to electric. That'd be a cool thing. I've seen a few guys out here that do the drag strips out in Long Island that they do have that setup. So definitely something, you know, interesting for you guys to check out, you know, in that aspect. Okay. Let me see what else you guys are writing. All right. Are there going to be any other questions? I'll give you a heads up of what I'm going to be doing and what's going on with my RCs. The TRAXXAS X-Max is out of commission. I hit a tree and it has been rusted out. What do I think about the green X-Max? I think it was awesome. I knew they were coming out with it, but I think it's a cool looking RC. So my X-Max is pretty rusted out, and also when I hit the tree, I broke a whole bunch of things, so I have to fix that. My boat, my M41, I took out to the water, but I brought the wrong controller, and when I tried to open up the steering endpoints, it wouldn't do it, and it wouldn't turn on the water, so that was kind of discouraging for me. Anything about Everyday RC? Everyday RC, he still hits me up. We're great friends and stuff like that. He's just taking a little time off. So, ever any word on the X? Oh, the X Revo. Shh. Nothing yet, but I believe something like that would definitely be popping up very soon. What else? My E Revo. My diff is broken. I gotta repair that. My E-Max is fully operational. Stan Pinky is wrecked, so I have to totally change everything on her. My Slash 4x4 Ultimate is broken. I have to fix that. There's a lot of RCs that are broken that have to be repaired, gentlemen. So I think that will be the project that I will have. Making a true Fortec do 100 miles an hour. And like I said, what I mean true, I'm talking about a Fortec that looks like a scale RC. You know, like if you do the video, you can't differentiate that car from a real car. My diffs on the rear did not hold up. Primarily, I would have to get spiral diffs for my E Revo. My diffs on my X-Max held up because I got spiral diffs on there. But I do have aluminum cups for my diffs. I have all hot racing parts for my suspension for my X-Max. I need to put it together soon. I've been lazy. Yeah, you know, laziness does hurt a lot of people. So, I mean, I have a lot of upgrades at the house. I mean, I have... talking about hot racing, I do have the new motor mount and another part for my M41, and I've already acquired a few updated parts for the Fortec as well. So, like I said, one way or another, I'm walking out with one of these RCs. My question to you is, which RC should I walk out with? Personally, I think the Fortec chassis will be the one that I will be walking out with. Problem is I have no body, so, so I'll have to wait for a body to come in. So RC King says VXL. And that's it. You know, surprises me. Usually, a lot of people get mad at me. I get a lot of messages. Why is it I do live videos during the day? Um, the main reason why I do videos during the day is because I'm able to drive through this RC hobby shop. And once again, if people are interested in finding out, this is Willis Hobbies in New York. You should be able to find them on the internet. The cool thing about this hobby shop, they get all the RCs the day of release. I'm talking about X-Max, I got day of release. Then again, a lot of people started selling them offline, but I got my X-Max day of release. My XO1 was day of release. What else was day of release? My Slash Platinum day of release, you know, when it came out. So that's one awesome thing about here. And they have a whole bunch of bodies and everything like that. And they have a variety of RCs out here. I'm not gonna try to move anything. And you're able to play and look and touch and feel the RCs that are available. I'm hoping my stand doesn't pop out. And over here available as well, you're able to see all the cars and more cars over there. This is a very big hobby shop. This is, I would say, the biggest hobby shop that I know about, you know, in on the northeast side. I've been to many hobby shops, but there's a lot of things you could acquire over here, you know, and they keep a lot of things in stock. Suzuki's 45, I think that's what I said. I don't know, I missed out on that one. Let me see, any more questions? All right, so if I do buy this RC, what are the first upgrades you guys are looking for me to do on it? Warhawk, go to know, see what's up. You talking about See, I'm old, so I would know different strokes. I don't know if the arms, the name of the hobby shop is called Willis Hobbies. I would probably, see, I have a lot of motors and ESCs available to me in my house. So me having the VXL chassis, you know, is just to be there. But it does come with the high, you know, the high rated tires, and also it does have the links that I'm looking forward to have, you know, in the RC itself. And plus I don't have to pay out for the body, which, you know, anybody can get their body and customize it the way they want to. You're very welcome. Let me see. What else do I need to talk about? Will stock tires go 100 miles an hour? We'll see. You know, I mean, they're pretty high rated. I mean, if they're built anything like the XO1 was, you should be able to get those rated tires, you know, to go 100. But we'll see how it goes. If it does 70, it might hold up at 100. I mean, the G-force is pretty, you know, it's a lot. You gotta understand these motors, you know, these tires, you know, they'll balloon. So having a cookie cutter system in there to where your things will balloon out and destroy your body is something to really think about it. So a lot of people would go with foams. Randy Thomas, have I ever tried TP power motored? I have not. How was your summer? My summer was pretty extreme. Motorcycle riding, as you guys want me to know, I do a lot of that during the summer. I've hung out at the beach a lot. Took my truck to the beach all the time, barbecuing and stuff like that. So definitely a relaxed summer for me. Do you think you can make a drift car out of that one? Yes, you can. That's from Raymond Miller. Yes, you can make a drift car out of there. You're able to configure the rear end of it to make it drift. So that's something that you're able to do with that. And I found out about that the minute I did my first presentation of the Ford GT body. Mr. Carter says, I wish they had hobby shops in Chicago. Over here, we don't have anything over here. Oh, that sucks. Can you make them two-wheel drive? I'm sure you can make them two-wheel drive. I don't, you know, to me, that would just be changing out, just disconnecting the two things. It's kind of like having the two-wheel drive 1/16 scale gravedigger, where it's like just a few drive shafts. It made it a 4x4. So I'm pretty sure you can do that. I don't know how much of the power from the rear wheel you would get out of that, but you know, that's primarily it. You ever picked up the TRAXXAS crawler? I have not. I have not played with the crawler. Nope, I have not. Ken, you don't have the crawler here, do you?
I do.
Out of the box?
Yeah, right to you right there on the floor.
Oh, here it is. Wait, hold on.
Take it out?
Yeah. Give the guys a few, you know, a little bit of a size comparison, you know, with that. See, they're gonna pull out the crawler for me for you guys to see the size comparison between the crawler and the 4GT, which will give you a pretty much optimal sizing of both, which is a cool thing to have that set up. And as you can see at the bottom, I do have the other RCs that are over there. Hold on, let me try to get a better visual for you. So as you can see, I have the Rustler over there. I got the Stampede 4x4. I do like Poseidon Motors. I think they've held up. That company has held up very well with what they do with their motors and stuff like that. So, excellent. All right. So let me get the display a little bit sectioned out for you guys. Alright, so this is what you're looking at in size difference between the two. Hopefully that will give you a definite comparison between both RCs, and you'll be able to figure out what would you want in your arsenal. I mean, realistically speaking, I do want that crawler. Let me take that back. I forgot how good that thing looked. It's the same size as the Rustler, but you have to understand with the Rustler, it sits a lot higher. I mean, this is a low center of gravity type RC, and it sits very low to the ground, and it's very scale. A Rustler is not a real scale vehicle, you know, so that's primarily what you're looking at when it comes down to true scaling of the RC. So, but definitely, if you guys like speed, I would say the Fortec VXL, if somebody's interested in that. If you're looking to customize your Mustang, I mean, all you got to do is throw in if you get a castle creation system for the Mustang, that would be something that you would be interested in doing, and then hook up the Mustang. And I know a lot of people own Mustangs, so the clear bodies for the Mustangs just recently came out, and for the GTs, so you could customize whatever color you want on that. So anyway, so hopefully this was a cool presentation for you guys. I know a lot of people have jumped out of here, and hopefully a lot of other people are able to check a few things out. So yeah, hit me up on the side, hit me up on an email on that, so you know I'll be able to answer questions about the 1717 motor on that. So I'm a rookie to RCs. What do you recommend as my first RC car? It all depends on what you're looking to spend. You know, you can get a nice, and also you have to look at what are you going to be doing. You know, if you're going to be crawling, I would say, you know, get a crawler, you know, and spend the amount of money that you need to spend on a crawler, but it's very expensive. If a good entry-level RC would be a Rustler. You know, nice two-wheel drive, brush system. It'll run you around, you know, I don't know, a little bit above $200, you know, and that would be a good entry-level RC. If you like a four-wheel drive, go with a slash 4x4. That's definitely you know, from the low end to the top end. You know, you can go brushed or brushless. You know, it all depends on what you're going to be doing with your RCs at this point, because just some regular driving, maybe with some speed. Like I said, if you're going on grass and all that other stuff and you want something really customizable, go Rustler. You know, if you're just going to use it for on-road vehicle, buy one of the Vortex. You know, Gio, have you ever owned any of the Tamiyas back in the 80s? You know, surprisingly, I'm probably $40,000 into this game, and I didn't start getting my RCs until 6 years ago. So that's primarily it. Which 32-pitch gears works with the Mod 1? 32-pitch. Oh, but don't get me wrong, a lot of the older RCs I've wanted to buy. I mean, you have a lot of the classic ones that are up there. Let me just show you. You know, you have the Grasshopper, Hornet, Frog, Monster Beetle, Midnight Pumpkin, the big oversized Volkswagen. You have the Lunchbox, Wild Willie, 2 Blackfoot's, Blitzer Beetle, Fighting Buggy, Hot Shots, and Big Wing. Trust me, there's a lot of things that you can get at this hobby shop. It's like you go crazy. And like I said, you know, me spending my money is what it is. You know, but that's with everything. That's with everything that I've bought. You know. Yeah, I didn't get into the hobbies back in those days. You know, I was broke. And my parents were going to spend that money, you know, and plus I'm from Brooklyn. Nobody really did that. You and this other guy on YouTube is the best guys holding it down for the RC community for a lot of people. Everyday RC should come back. 3 best channels. Well, I'm glad you like our channels. Me and Chris from Everyday RC are very cool with each other and stuff like that. We kind of ended up having a cool friendship with one another. So, you know, I speak very highly with him, of him. He's a cool dude. So that being said, hopefully this video is informative of which Vortex you should get. Like I said, if you're looking something at a low price point and something that's really scale without all the bells and whistles, you are going to go with the Mustang GT. The body on the Mustang GT is a little bit more inexpensive. It doesn't come with a TQI system, and it doesn't have the TSM. Now, when you start upgrading a little bit more, you're going to go with the 4 GT body, which is a 3-piece body system, which they already have upgraded parts for that body, as in for the LEDs. And also you are getting the TSM system in there. And then you have the Vortex VXL system, which does not come with the body, but it does come with all the brushless system setup, the aluminum parts, and also it comes with toe links. Mini Z will be back in action late September, so keep an eye out for that.
And like, I don't know, it's supposedly...
I'll most likely be doing races again with that. Once everything happens, you know, a lot of people first hobby grade. Oh, that's cool. You know, that happens usually late summer, and then we do it throughout the winter and stuff like that, because nobody really wants to be outside other than you having a crawler or a 4x4 vehicle. It kind of sucks, you know, putting around with an RC out there. So, well, yeah, so hopefully I didn't bore you guys too much with this presentation of the Vortex. Hopefully a lot of the information that I gave you was informative to you. Take it with the knowledgeability of me actually visually seeing these RCs. They are very scale. So if you're interested in getting one, I mean, I'm at the hobby shop right now. That's Willis Hobbies in New York. Definitely check them out. They pretty much have, as you saw in the video, they have an assortment of stuff, man, that you're able to pick up. That's why I like coming here, because, you know, you can pretty much pick up anything and you're good to go. You know, you're pretty much ready to run the minute you come out. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Rate, comment, subscribe. There are going to be a lot more videos coming out, a lot more new presentations of RCs, a lot more upgrades that are happening. It's September. I will be doing RC stuff from September till next May. So you guys have me for a few months then. All right. So like I said, if you like the video, smash the like button. If you have never been subscribed to my channel, definitely subscribe. Tell your other RC enthusiasts. If you guys get the opportunity, look me up on Instagram at GeoStealthR1. If you want to personal message me about anything, that you have any concerns about any of your TRAXXAS vehicles or your axial vehicles or anything Mini Z related, just hit me up, GeoStealthR1 at yahoo.com. I do have a Twitter account at GeoStealthR1, and I believe that's pretty much it. So hopefully, like I said, this video is informative to you guys, and if there's anything you need me to answer, just hit me up. Next few videos are going to be upgraded videos for the RCs that I have out there. It's going to be the boat and maybe a surprise presentation of an unboxing of this and what it gives you inside the box. So once again, thank you everyone. Enjoy your day. Later.